Good summer. Good summer to you. Welcome, huh? Finally back to some ball. It's really a thrill to come back and get going again. Just to get in this setting, and you guys are part of the setting too, but seeing some fans come out and just have some fun with them being here just reconnects the thought of, we play in front of an extraordinary loyal following, and we're so fortunate that the 12s are ours, and so we can give them a little bit. We got to stand at the yellow line over here. We can't go over there and even do an autograph yet, but just the fact that they're here and extending the message on through how excited our guys are to play here and play at home and get back to our place, Lumen, and really light it up and have some fun playing football. So there's a lot of excitement. The guys are charged up. They haven't had too much football coming in, and with the way the offseason went, and so they're really hungry to be part of it. And the energy is great, and so we're off to a good start. So, what do you got?
Pete, what can you tell us about where things stand with Jamal and his contract?
The conversations have been ongoing for some time and been very amicable. He's in a good place. They've worked really hard to this point. I'm very hopeful that it's going to get taken care of here soon, very soon.
Is that why he's not practicing?
Well, he's got some stuff that's in question. He had shoulder surgery, and he had surgery on both hands, and so he's got some stuff that he would be working anyway. He's getting work here. He wouldn't be working yet, so it's okay at this time right now. He's out there for the walkthroughs. He's in the meetings and all that kind of stuff. He's doing everything.
How about Dwayne Brown? What is his situation?
He did the whole walkthrough today, starting up camp. We had a long haul. He looked great. He's in great shape. Hopefully we'll get a ton of work over the course of time. But right now we've got extra guys at left tackle. It helps us a little bit in the rotation. So he didn't work today.
Aldon Smith was back on the practice field today. How difficult is it trying to balance snaps for a player that's available now but has arraignment later in the month and might not be available?
It's not difficult. There's no difficulty to it at all. It's just we take the turns when we have the opportunity. He's worked really hard here throughout the summer. I didn't think it was time for him back in the springtime, just because we didn't know of the body of work coming in. But he's in really good shape now. He's worked really hard to get here, and excited to see what he looks like. I can't wait to get upstairs and see the film and see these guys running around.
What's your understanding of where his situation sits right now from things?
I don't know much about the time frames, or the arraignments and stuff like that. I don't know anything about that.
Where do you see him playing?
He's an edge guy. He's always been an edge guy, and he's been an outside backer and an outside rusher throughout his career. Last year, he did a lot of rushing inside and, as an inside guy to complement their package of stuff, and he looked very good there, very effective. So the point is he's versatile. He can do a lot of stuff, and he's a really bright kid and picks things up really fast. So we're anxious to see where it fits. Right now, we're just going to put him in the normal spots that he's played in the past and learn him and see how how it all fits with the rest of the fellas. We had a lot of competition on the outside, on the edge rushing, and so it's good to see.
So you don't expect him to go on the commissioner's list or anything?
I haven't heard anything about that. I haven't heard a word about that.
What is Dwayne Eskridge's situation?
Yeah, he's PUP right now. He's got a toe that's bothered him, where he wasn't able to do enough work to be in shape to go. He's feeling pretty good right now. He's working hard at it. The PUP status allows us to wait and see how he comes along. For sure, we don't want to rush it because it's been kind of a nagging thing a little bit, and so we'll see what happens. We hold a really good thought that we can get him back out here in a week or two.
Compared to last year, you had Philip Dorsett that was dealing with something for a while and ended up going against you. How do you feel his situation is, and is there any...
Well, in that case, it is kind of similar, that we have to be careful here. There's no reason to rush him back out here. We got to make sure he's back, and so he's got to prove it to us by his workouts, that he can sustain, come back the next day, work, come back the next day, and so that he's away from the soreness that he has. They know exactly what it is. He's had a couple of different opinions on it. There's nothing to do surgically at this time, and so it's just a matter of just getting him comfortable with the return to the workload. So he's running. He's out. He's doing stuff. So, but we can't put a timeline on it right now.
Was that an issue that popped up during OTAs, or was that something that he had coming into training?
It popped up in a walkthrough, just an early kind of a trotting pace thing. So he felt something, and I think it's something he's felt before, you know, in the past, but hadn't bothered him, hadn't stopped him from playing. But so we got to make sure we take care of him.
Coach, is there a position battle maybe one that you're really excited to see in the next couple of weeks? Keep your eye on.
There's a number of them. There really is. There's a number of positions that guys are battling for playing time. I don't know whether it's starters or you know, starter or not starter kind of thing. Although, you know, Kyle Fuller's ready to battle with Posick, and Cedric Abouye is ready to battle with Brandon at the right side. We've got some young inside guys that are battling. Simmons is going to battle, and Philip Haynes looks really good, by far the best he's looked. He's in great shape right now, so he'll have a chance to battle for how much they can play. The running back spot with Penny coming back is a really exciting place. Rashad came back at 225. He looks great. He worked out here all throughout the offseason, and it really paid off. Best he's looked since we've seen him. And then, you know, Dallas is working for his stuff. There's a lot of, in Alex, that's a good spot. The tight end spot is really competitive because we don't know who's going to take the bulk of the plays. You know, we really like the position a lot. We're really fired up about Gerald Everett. We really think he can do a ton, but we're not sure how to mix those guys yet. We got to find that out as we go through. Colby Parkinson looks exciting too for playing time, and we know Will's in there, so it's a really nice competitive spot. I look at that as a competitive spot because they're fighting for playing time, you know, and they all can do stuff. So the corner spot is wide open with Akil Weatherspoon over there and Demarius and Pierre. Those guys are going to battle. You got a great battle going on the other side with DJ and Trey. Both those guys can play and have played, and so. I'm just keep going. You haven't heard from me in a while. Marquise Blair is an exciting battle with he and Ugo. You know, those guys are going to battle out at the nickel spot. If you remember, Keese was playing. He started, you know, at the nickel spot, and then he got banged up, and Ugo took over. So those guys are at a head-to-head battle right there. And if you remember, we were really excited about Marquise and his play. The time that he can take advantage of right now when Jamal's not there really helps him get more reps and show us where he fits in. Exciting football player for us, Cody Barton he's competing for some fighting for playing time, and I'm excited for him. He had a terrific year on special teams last year, and he's a really good ball player, and he's battling to beat the rotation and all that. So there's just stuff all across the board. The only guys, you know, Mikey's looking pretty good at punter, and you know, and I think we're okay at the kicking spot. But other than that, we got everybody battling.
Chris Carson was up here earlier. Seemed really happy with what Shane's doing. I know you put a big emphasis on the run at the end of last season. I'm just curious, what's it like for a running back in this offense, or how does this offense
what we do with the running game, and particularly now with the way we emphasize it, even more so in the ways that we emphasize stuff, is just it's a dream come true for a guy like Chris and a guy like Rashad. I mean, the fits of the runs, the style of the things that we're doing, and how we're coaching them is really, they're really excited about it. You could probably tell from Chris. You know, he knows, he can see what, you know, from the off-season meetings and all of that. And he's in phenomenal shape. Golly, you could imagine him being in better shape than he is. So. You know, I can see Chris is pumped up. He had a new contract, and he knows this is his place, and the offense fits him really well, and we're excited for him. So,
with Chris, I mean, going into the offseason, we didn't know if he'd be back. How big is that for the offense?
It is a big deal, and you know, he's always been one of my favorites. You know, just from the start, I love the story. You know, he came out of nowhere, you know, 7th round pick and all that, and probably wasn't going to get drafted. We were in love with the guy from way back when, from those 82 carries he had in a senior year, and so his attitude that he brings, the style that he runs with, is exactly what we like, and so I thought it was a real emotional deal when we got him back. I thought it was because he didn't know what was going to happen, and he wanted to be here. We wanted him to be here. We had to figure it out, and it worked out. And it's because he is such a style player. You know, he brings such style to us. It's just important to have him. You know, you go back when we really found ourselves moving in the right direction when Marshawn came in here, and the style that he brought, which is unique to him, but it stood out and it was obvious, and we needed that, and that's part of what Chris brings. And so the battle between he and Rashad is freaking awesome. That's awesome, you know. And you can see look at Rashad's conditioning. I mean, he kept looking. He probably saw all those same clips of Chris all summer long too, you know. And so he matched him up, and the 1-2 punch from those guys could be really, really explosive for us.
Be clear, why isn't Dwayne Brown practicing?
He just didn't go today.
Injury related?
No, he's okay. Remember, he's a little older guy in the program, and so we look after him.
Couple Witherspoon's size is more of your prototypical corner. Does he play like that?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He's exactly the kind of guy that we've played with quite a bit here, you know, and he's had a lot of quality reps. He hasn't been a legitimate all the time starter, but he has started enough games, and we've seen him over years. We played against him. He's got a real nice style about him. I mean, that's because he uses his length, and he's 4'4" guy. He's got good hands, good hand-eye stuff. And he's made plays, with his eyes, which is he shows you he's got sense and awareness and stuff like that. He's just a young kid coming up. It's a great opportunity for him, and it's a great opportunity for us to see if we can develop him and make him a frontline player. Yeah, by the time we get everybody processed, we'll have one guy that isn't vaccinated. So we're really thrilled about that. Our guys made an extraordinary effort to take care of one another. I mean, the statement they made, particularly the guys who were uncertain about what to do, they made a decision based on their team as well as themselves, and they wanted to do what was best for everybody and what would be safest for everyone. So that's a marvelous statement that our guys made, and 2 days, nobody. We came back to camp too. This is a really big deal. We came back to camp and everybody tested negative coming in the first 2 days. We got to make a couple more days. We're going to test every day for the first 5 days here, basically to make sure that the return didn't catch anybody. The league isn't asking us to do that. We're doing that on our own, and our guys are willing to do that. So that's a good statement too. We're deep into fighting to get this thing done in the very best way possible. Our guys are willing to make the strides and the steps that they got to make and the sacrifices and whatever, but they're doing it for the right reasons, and they've got really good information that they're going on, and I'm really thrilled about that response.
Are you going to try to convert him, or he's going to have to live a separate life during the season?
Well, no, he's got real personal reasons why. He's got real personal reasons why. It goes back to the family and stuff, and so we're going to take care of him throughout.
90 out of 91? You have 91?
We got 91. There you go. Now, there's a couple guys yet that have to get their second shot, and there's a couple waiting for the time frame to catch up here. But within, I don't know, 8 or 9 days or something like that.
90 with at least one shot.
I like that. 90 with one shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the way to end. Yeah, I got you.
What do you make of some of the league's new protocols with this stuff? And I'm curious if you had any conversations with the league in the offseason.
No, they didn't call me, but personally, I think the once every 14 days is not enough, and we're not going to do that. We're not doing that. That's not enough. We need to look after these guys, and really, it's shifted in the last. I mean, that would have been fine 2 weeks ago. But things have shifted, and we have to respond. I hear people griping about, that we're going back to masks and stuff. Well, that's because things changed. I mean, we're just responding to what's going on, and we're doing the same thing. And we've been, willing to do whatever we need to do, and of course we stay in compliance with the league. But we're willing to go beyond that. And like I'm saying, we're gonna. I don't know the final number if everybody did test, because I can't make the guys test. It's a voluntary request we make to them to test for these first 5 days. The idea is we got to clear everybody from their travel. I guess you understand that. So that's a good statement that we're making, and we're going to continue to do what we need to do to do this right. Our guys, our organization has studied this thing well. We feel very confident in what we know and what we've learned, and we've been very forthright about it with the players, and we've been strong about our commitment to sticking with it and expecting our attitude to stay good, which is the most important part of this whole thing. And our guys have done that, so I'm hoping we can do a great job again.
To clarify on Dwayne Brown, is there still any talks of a contract with him?
We're not talking right now about that.
mentioned the fans earlier. Having their presence here again, how does it impact the atmosphere of camp?
It's just more fun. The game is fun. It's always been. You play football, and you play because it's fun and we like it, and the fans add to that, and our guys love, bouncing off them and just hearing the noise and the chants and whatever. It's unlimited, and how many people we can have. But I understand, I don't know, I'm probably way ahead of you on this one, but we have a mock game coming up at Lumen, and I heard that there's 10,000 people that are already committed to coming. I don't know how they're doing that or how that works, and I don't know if they can have more, I don't even know. But that'll be fun just to have that, We had a great game at Bothell, a little bit ago, and this, I don't know if we'll rival the Bothell matchup that we had, but we're shooting for it.
Just to clarify Bob's question, because your answer could be taken a few ways. Do you mean you're not talking to us about that, or you're not discussing a contract?
I was wondering if you caught that. I'm not talking to you about that.
We didn't see Ethan Posick out there today either.
Ethan is on. Came into camp with still a nagging hamstring thing. He went through the whole walkthrough today, but we didn't use him. We're going to keep him alive in all of the walkthrough snaps. Like Dwayne, they get a ton of reps in the first practice of the day, and then just make sure that we wait that out. There was status that we could have put him on, the PUP or NFI things and all that, but we thought it would be better for the development for all of us if we could keep him out there and be patient to make sure we don't rush him back. It gives Kyle Fuller a fantastic opportunity to show what he's going to do, which, competitively, we don't want that Wally Pipp thing to happen.
How's Travis Homer doing, being on the pup list?
He's got a little bit longer thing he's dealing with. He had a calf that he re-injured a couple times during the off season. So right now we have to be very careful. And he's running, but he's not ready to just explode on it yet. And so we just got to take our time because it kind of was a little bit unpredictable, and it's really nagged him throughout the summertime. So we'll be really patient with that one because of what we don't know on it. So it's a little bit of a mystery. So we just wait it out. He's in great shape. He looks phenomenal and all that. He's dying to get out there, but we can't go yet.
Coach, what were your early impressions of Shane Waldron's offense?
I don't want to go too far on this other than to say that I'm really, really excited that the stuff we've talked about showed up in the walkthrough today. The things we've been talking about throughout the offseason and what we talked about in the interviews and all of that stuff. He did a beautiful job of bringing all of that forward. Hopefully our ability to mix the running game and the passing game can be as good as it's ever been. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm going to try to do this really well this time, guys, okay? So I'm going to say this. We always want a balanced offense. We want an explosive, balanced offense. That's so that we can run the ball when we need to. And I've said it other ways at times, and it's come out, and you guys have gone running with that one. But we've always been that way. I mean, I'm sorry, but it goes all the way back to the Trojans. I mean, we did the same exact principle to make it a balance, to keep us being a balanced football team, so that we can sustain throughout all of the rigors and the challenges, no matter what they are. And that's something we need. We have featured Russell, on the move and off the play actions and all that stuff. And so that's why it's so important for us to have the balance in the running game. And that's what we're seeking. We want to be explosive. We want to be balanced. And that does not mean that it's going to be 50-50. I never thought that. And I don't ever talk that way. But the balance to me is the ability and the commitment to it so that when you need it, it's there. And so you can win games in the fourth quarter running the football and do the things that you want to do in the style that we want to win with. So took a shot. You guys do whatever you want now. It's out of my hands. There's no telling where you run with this one.
Chance to talk with Richard Sherman, and if so, have you any update you can provide?
I have been in communication with Richard throughout the offseason, as I told you before, I think, last time we met, and we've had more since then. He's got a lot he's working on right now, and I wish him the best and the family the best, and that everything works out. And I really believe in the guy. He's a brilliant person, and he'll figure this out and put everything back in order the way it needs to be. It's the way I believe, and so I'm rooting for him.
But that balance, Pete, how do you gauge that? It's like run attempts versus pass attempts. So you have a number in mind of how you.
It's really, Michael. It's really more that you're always committed to it, and so that when you need it, whether it's the opponent, it's the weather, it's the situation, it's the fourth quarter, it's the wind blowing too hard, or whatever it may be, that you have the availability of the run game whenever you need it. And if you're not committed to it, and all of a sudden here comes that game, you ain't got it. You luck out, and that's not the way we've ever been. Our football has never been structured that way, and this goes back as far back as I can go back in how I've been raised as a coach. That's an important aspect, and I've said this before to you too, that the running game is really what closes the circle on your football team about your toughness. If you don't run football, you aren't going to be a tough football team. You'll be something other than that. You can win a lot of games, but it's the commitment to it, it's the mentality of it, it's the way that own the football. We have been a turnover-oriented team forever. We've been plus for 10 years straight, and we're going to continue, whatever it is, now 10, 11 years, whatever it is, and we'll continue to be that. It's all part of it, how it fits together. It helps you win games, and so, but it does. I don't gauge it on numbers. Yeah, it's not on numbers. No, it's on ability to be effective, and it's ability to affect what you want to do in the throwing game. And if you can't run it, we've had a couple spans in here when our running backs were all banged up, and you could tell that our game just it went kind of dead on us. And so that's not necessarily in that you can't run it by calling it. It's just the effectiveness and the impact that you have with the running game. When it's not there, it's not the same game. And so. Good.
Set up these rules for Coaching Pete this year. How much of a competitive advantage are you with 90 and 91 guys right out the block?
I'm thinking we do. I mean, I hate to be in an 80% situation or something like that. I wouldn't want to be there, And so we fought very hard to work with our guys to make sense of it. Our players worked with our players to make sense of it and to make the commitment. And I think it's a statement of a really committed, smart group of guys that know, because if somebody pops and the breakthrough happens on even a vaccinated guy, it's 10 days. 10 days, you're out, immediately. We know that vaccinated guys are not going to be as sick, and they're not going to have they're not going to have issues in the hospital and stuff like that. But the fact that they're carrying the virus means that they've got to be quarantined, and so you lose them for 10 days. And that's not to mention the people that are the close contacts as well. It could impact you, severely. So we want to play football, and these guys are all here to play. They ain't here just to be on the team. And so this is a statement that they've made by making this commitment, and I think it's, I think it does. We're fortunate that we were so successful last year, and our guys took a lot of pride in that. And so they've listened, and they've made these choices together, and the leadership has done a really good job of impacting the younger guys and their thinking. And we got guys from all over the country. Everybody just flew in from everywhere. We had 50% of our team flew in here, and so that means they came through those airports and they came through everywhere. In particular states are, Florida, Texas, some of the southern states, Arkansas, the states where some of our Mississippi, some of our kids are coming from. There's a lot of COVID running around there, and the variant thing is running wild. And so, fortunately, our guys they've done a marvelous job of managing their life in their own personal bubble, and now we'll try to take care of them here.
Your staff is 100% vaccinated.
Yes.
Right?
One more balanced question. Is it more about the practice and the running and the passing that you practice, so that in the game, those factors you mentioned?
It's commitment. It's really, I would say it more, it's commitment to the style of play, and to do that, you have to practice it accordingly. You have to give it the time, and we score a lot of points around here, and it's been an effective part of our game, and it's given us stability too in our style, and we've been pretty consistent over the years. We need to get back to really being dominant in offensively, and I think part of that is this mixture that'll come, and I think Shane is tuned in and really. He's ready. He's ready to do this beautifully, and so I'm really excited about it.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. We got
See you guys.
Carlos.